Hey guys, another shark review. Today we're looking at Planet of the Sharks. Really original name, not taken anywhere, does not involve monkeys. Planet of the Sharks. Genius name. Genius!
So, the plot for Planet of the Sharks is about global warming, which has made the Earth flooded, and now sharks are the dominant predator of the world, and they are led by a nuclear electric kind of shark. And it focuses on a group of people just trying to kind of survive and stop the sharks. The story is actually pretty original, I think. I don't know if there's any other movies where the whole world is flooded from global warming and sharks take over. So I think it's pretty original. Like, just saying out loud, I mean, it's creative, definitely, but it sounds really stupid when you say it out loud. The movie does have a bit of a subplot with them trying to launch a rocket ship or something, and that does go somewhere. And overall, I gotta say, the story is creative. I mean, it is stupid, but it was creative, and it was actually written decently enough. Now, when it comes to the screen time of the sharks in this movie, I gotta say, this movie is pretty good on that aspect. The sharks are in a lot. Like, you see a lot of sharks, and when I mean a lot of sharks, I mean like in numbers. And screen time, there's a good amount. I really did like it. There's no real consistency issues here. The sharks are in the beginning, they're in the middle, and the end, which is always nice. You're never just sitting around going, where is the shark? Where are the sharks? Well, they're everywhere because the fucking planet is flooded, so the sharks are actually everywhere. It was good on that aspect. So when it comes to the kills and the CGI, I gotta say, unfortunately, this movie did not do anything out of the ordinary. I'd say 90% of the kills are literally just sharks jumping out of the water and grabbing someone. And while that is good and funny the first couple times, it does not really vary at all other than that. That's every single kill. Sharks going out of the water and killing someone, or someone falls in and they're dead. It's really nothing more interesting than that. And while the movie doesn't have the greatest shark kills, I gotta say, the one thing that the movie does have is quantity. It's definitely quantity versus quality here. A lot of people do die to the jumping sharks, at least. Like, there's a bunch of kills. It's definitely the quantity, that's for sure. So at least it's got that going for it. There's a bunch of kills. I will say a decent amount of sharks also get killed in this movie, but they're in very, very basic ways. Like, just in ridiculously basic ways. But seeing this many sharks get killed is kind of funny. When it comes to the CGI of the sharks, I gotta say, it was not very good, like, at all. Like, it literally looks like Sharknado's sharks, like Sharknado 1's sharks. But this movie came out like years later, so it really just does not look good, like, at all. And I will say the CGI is just overall bad, and I didn't think it was like so bad that it was funny. It was just kind of mediocre and shitty. There's CGI for other stuff in this movie, like where they clearly couldn't make that on set, and this just looks horrible. Like, this looks like a PS2 game. It's just really, the CGI as a whole was just extremely lacking. I was not impressed at all with it. I didn't even really find it funny, other than maybe the first one or two times. This brings me to the acting. The acting in the movie was pretty subpar. Like, it wasn't totally horrible, but it is a certain level of cheese to it that really just gets it on the level of borderline generic. I mean, it's decently written enough, but it's really just it's just okay. I mean, the overall acting is just generally subpar. No one is really better than anyone else or really worse. They're just all kind of on the same general shit level. And really, it was just not that impressive at all, actually. So, here we are at the overall of Planet of the Sharks. My conclusion. So, name aside, it's actually a pretty original movie with a bunch of shark kills, bad CGI, and just generally subpar acting. It's a decent shark flick. A sharkaholic is the #1 person that I can recommend this movie to. Like, sharks are in this movie a lot. Like, it has a lot of them. I mean, not as much as Sharknado, of course. But yeah, this movie's definitely more serious as well. It's still funny, don't get me wrong, and I like both of them, but the movie's decent. It's on the decent end. It definitely stands out of the ordinary, since there's not even one beach scene, since, you know, there's no beaches anymore. With all that said, though, I'm gonna have to give the decent movie a decent rating. It gets a solid 3 out of 5. It's good, it gets the job done, but it doesn't really excel past just good. I mean, the acting could have definitely used some work, and the CGI was just terrible in this movie. but there was lots of short kills. Nice kills by the sharks. Like, they weren't great, but there was a lot of them. And like I've said throughout this entire review, there's originality in it. Usually in these sci-fi movies, it's just the same shit over and over. You just love watching the same shit, but this movie does mix it up. And because it's so original, it definitely gets a thumbs up from me. I wish I could have given it a higher score. But yeah. So, stop global warming. I don't want to end up like these people. Have a nice day.